My God, today I do not come in a hurry. I do not come with polished words or perfect phrases. I come exactly as I am. There are moments when the soul is too tired to explain the pain it carries, moments when faith does not shout. It simply breathes. And this is where I find myself right now, in silence. Lord, you know, when everything becomes too quiet, when answers do not arrive, when doors do not open, when the heart begins to ask questions that the mouth is afraid to speak. You know the weight of this silence, the silence of those who pray and wait, the silence of those who trust but feel afraid, the silence of those who have already done everything they could and now have nothing left to do but wait. Today, I place before you this painful, empty space, this gap between promise and fulfillment, this season when it feels like nothing is happening, yet everything is being decided. God, there are people praying with me right now who are living days of pressure and uncertainty, days when the money is not enough, days when fear knocks early in the morning, days when night falls heavy with anxious thoughts. There are those who smile on the outside while fighting on the inside not to give up. Those who are holding on to faith with the very last strength they have left. Lord, you know every unpaid bill, every resume sent out, every closed door, every prayer whispered through tears on a pillow. You know those who wake up thinking, how am I going to make it today? You know those who fall asleep praying, please God, do something. And even when heaven feels silent, today I declare, you are not standing still. My God, there is a kind of pain that does not scream. It does not demand attention. It simply stays. It is the pain of waiting. Waiting after everything has already been tried. Waiting when all strength has already been spent. Waiting when prayers have been repeated so many times that the words begin to feel fragile. Lord, it is hard to wait without answers. It is hard to keep believing when heaven remains quiet. It is hard to trust when days pass and nothing seems to change. You know how heavy this waiting feels. This season when faith is tested not by miracles but by silence. There are people praying with me now who are living exactly this moment. People who have prayed, fasted, sought advice, and still find themselves in the same place. People who ask in the quiet of their hearts, what did I do wrong? Did God forget about me? Is this promise still for me? Lord, you know these questions. You know the fear that grows when answers delay. You know the exhaustion that comes when hope begins to feel too fragile. Some are waiting for a job. Some are waiting for financial relief. Some are waiting for a door that never seems to open. Some are simply waiting for a sign, any sign at all. And in this prolonged silence, the heart begins to doubt, the mind begins to accuse, and the soul begins to grow tired. But today, God, we place this pain before you. We do not hide it. We do not pretend it does not exist. We surrender it. We surrender the anxiety of those who must provide for a household. We surrender the fear of those who look at their children and do not know how tomorrow will be. We surrender the quiet shame of those who need help but do not know how to ask. Father, teach us that waiting is not failure. That silence does not mean abandonment. That delay does not mean denial. Even when everything looks still, you are working. Even when we cannot hear your voice, you are taking care of details. Even when we see no path, you are already opening invisible doors. Today, in the middle of this painful waiting, I choose to believe God is working, even in silence. My God, there are moments when faith does not disappear. It simply becomes tired of waiting, tired of fighting, tired of believing alone. There are people here who have not lost their faith, but are exhausted from carrying it without seeing results. people who continue praying with heavy hearts, who continue trusting even with fear, who remain standing even while feeling broken inside. Lord, you know this kind of exhaustion. It is not rebellion. It is not unbelief. It is weariness of the soul. It is waking up already feeling the weight of the day. It is making simple plans and being afraid of not being able to fulfill them. It is looking toward the future and feeling tightness in the chest instead of joy. Some are tired of being strong all the time, tired of hearing everything will be fine when nothing feels certain, tired of explaining their pain to people who cannot understand it. God, visit now those praying with me who feel their faith shaking, trembling, barely holding on, those who feel ashamed for being tired of waiting, those who feel guilty for thinking about giving up. Father, receive this heart gently. You do not reject tired faith. You do not despise weak prayers. You do not abandon those who continue, even without strength. When faith can no longer run, teach it to walk. When it can no longer walk, teach it to stop and rest in you. Remove from us the pressure of believing we must be strong at all times. Teach us that trusting you also means admitting our limits, that resting is also an act of faith. Even tired, this faith is still alive. It still calls your name. It still waits in silence. And because of that, God, I declare, you are sustaining those who can no longer sustain themselves. My Father, there is work happening right now in places our eyes cannot reach. While we believe nothing is changing, you are rearranging circumstances. While we think time is being wasted, you are preparing encounters, ideas, and solutions. While fear tries to convince us the future is uncertain, you are already caring for what is coming. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is a workshop. It is the place where you work quietly, precisely, faithfully. Lord, how many times have we asked for visible signs when you were already acting invisibly? How many times have we asked for noise when you were building something solid in silence? Teach our hearts to trust, even when we do not understand. Teach us to rest, even when we cannot see. Teach us to believe even when logic fails. You do not depend on our certainty to act. You do not require our understanding to provide. You act because you are faithful, not because we can explain how. Right now, there is provision being prepared. Doors are being aligned. Answers are taking shape. Paths are opening quietly, patiently, intentionally. God is working even in silence, even when the mind doubts, even when the heart feels tight, even when faith whispers instead of shouting, and this silent work is more powerful than any immediate answer. My God, there are things being formed right now that have not yet reached our hands. Provision begins long before money arrives. It begins the moment you decide to move. While we feel stuck, you are moving people. While we feel forgotten, you are connecting situations. While fear speaks loudly about tomorrow, you are quietly preparing what we will need. Teach us to trust this invisible process, because what you prepare in silence arrives with precision. Visit now those praying with me who carry deep concern about provision. Those who must support a household, those who carry responsibility alone, those who help family members quietly, those who need work, income, stability, relief. You know every need by name. Nothing surprises you. Nothing escapes your care. I declare today that lack does not define the future of those who trust you. Delay does not cancel the promise. Silence does not erase your faithfulness. Something is being prepared right now, even if we cannot see it yet. Even if waiting hurts, even if fear tries to dominate the mind, God is working even in silence. Lord, there is a quiet fear many carry alone, the fear of tomorrow, the fear of not having enough, the fear of failing, the fear of not being able to continue. It is a silent fear that appears late at night when everything is quiet, but the mind refuses to rest. There are people here who fall asleep tired and wake up worried. People who calculate expenses in their minds. People who try to find solutions that do not yet exist. Father, you know this fear. You know this anxiety. You know this heavy weight. Today, we place it all before you. We do not hide it. We do not deny it. We surrender it. We surrender the fear of not being enough. We surrender the fear of failing. We surrender the fear of needing help. And in place of fear, we ask for peace. We ask for direction. We ask for daily provision. Teach us to trust one day at a time. Teach us to walk one step at a time. Teach us to rest in your care. Those who trust you do not walk alone. Do not face tomorrow alone. Do not fight alone. Even when everything feels quiet, you are present. My God, there is a silence that hurts, but there is also a silence that prepares. Today, I choose to believe that this quiet season is not punishment, not rejection, not abandonment. It is preparation. There are stories being written right now that cannot yet be told. There are testimonies being formed that still need time to mature. How many times have we looked back and realized that yesterday's silence was exactly what protected us today? How many times did we ask for speed when your care was hidden in the delay? Father, teach us not to despise this season, even when it hurts, even when it feels unfair, even when it stretches our faith, because the silence that feels heavy today will one day be remembered as protection. The waiting that wounds today will one day be recognized as wisdom. There are people praying now who still do not understand why certain doors never opened, why certain plans failed, why certain answers never came. But today I declare, God is guarding you. God is preparing something better. God is caring for details you cannot see. The silence of today will not be the end of your story. It will become the beginning of something greater. My God, now I place everything in your hands, what I understand and what I do not, what I can explain and what only hurts. You know, Father, how many times I cried in silence, how many times I asked for strength when no one was watching, how many times I thought about giving up, but stayed because I trusted you. There are days when the heart feels so tight that breathing becomes difficult. Days when faith does not sing, it simply survives. Days when all I need is a reminder that I am not alone. Today, God, I ask you, enter this silence, enter this pain, enter this waiting. Visit those who are tired of fighting, those who feel overwhelmed, those who fear tomorrow, those who feel ashamed for needing help, those who have lost hope but still whisper prayers. Lord, touch now where it hurts. Touch anxiety, touch financial pressure, touch fear of lack, touch the restless heart, and where there is tightness, plant peace, where there is fear, plant trust, where there is silence, plant hope. Father, I do not know how it will happen. I do not know when it will come. I do not know where it will come from. But I know who it comes from. Provision comes from you. Sustenance comes from you. Answers come from you. Relief comes from you. I declare that better days are coming, that doors will open, that solutions will appear, that provision will arrive at the right time. Even if I cannot see it today, I trust you. Even if it hurts today, I rest in you. Even if everything is quiet today, I believe God is working. May food never be lacking. May peace return to the heart. May hope rise again. May faith finally find rest, and when this season of silence passes, I will testify. I will say that I waited. I will say that it hurt. But above all, I will say that God was faithful. Amen. If this prayer touched your heart, please subscribe to Prayer of Prosperity today and share this message with someone who needs hope right now. Before you leave, write in the comments, "I trust," a simple declaration of faith, even when everything feels silent. May God strengthen you in difficult days, sustain you during seasons of waiting, and remind you that even when you hear no answers, He is still working. Stay in peace. See you in the next prayer. Amen.